You've hinted at it beforehand, but if I can wrap it up succinctly, was it essentially creative differences and not enjoying yourselves, you and Arn, as to why you went to the WWF?
Yeah, but the we we were we were a very good piece to their overall business design because you had the A town, B town, C town. And Arn and I, along with Demolition and some other guys, became the C town main events, but the C towns went like increased by 150%. So the home office loved it, but for Arn and I, our pay stayed. We didn't get an increase in pay to be the C team main event than we were getting paid working for the other company.
Did you ever ask to go on the B or A towns to sort of compensate for that?
I didn't no, because we wouldn't have been the main event. We wouldn't have been uh in that situation because Andre was in one town and Hogan was in the other town. And that's kind of the way things floated.
So, when you go over, who makes the first overture? Is it you and Arn to WWF, or is it the WWF to you to bring you over?
Um, they reached out to us. Pat Patterson came to one of our shows, and I saw him outside the dressing room, and he said, "If you guys ever want to make a move, call me."
Right, so it's just as simple as that then. So just one phone call and you're out.
It wasn't a phone call; it was a. He handed me
Oh right.
a, a thing, little pad with his number on it. So
Did you have a sit down meeting with Vince, or were you just added to the cards?
no, we had a sit down meeting with Vince before we actually went up there.
What kind of guarantees would he give you, or at least promises?
Well, that we would be pushed. It was never a financial. You're going to make this much money. That was not the situation, but
Did
it was.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Did he make mention of merchandise and royalties and figures and that kind of thing to you?
All of that stuff was taken care of the, with other people down the. I mean, I still get a check, royalty check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you got a Legends deal?
I think my last check was like $38.
So rolling high then. It's funny, I keep mentioning this, but Dutch brought out his check recently, and I think it was under $1.
Ah,
So, the royalties. So, with the sit-down meeting with Vince, essentially, does he say anything about you are going to get to run with the belts, or that you're going to have Bobby Heenan as your manager? I mean, were there any promises like that made to you?
yeah, Bobby was going to be our manager, and so that was good. But getting the belts or anything like that, that at that time was not really uh, discussed with us.
Did your pay increase when you got the belts, or did it just plateau during your entire run?
No, when we were the champions or wrestling for the thing, it didn't make any difference.